esteemed researcher and academician in the domain of electrical and computer engineering. Currently, he is working as a professor, Department of Computer Applications, National Institute of Technology, Kurukshetra, India. He has more than 20 years of research, teaching, and administrative experience in various university systems of the India, UK, Australia, Malaysia. He is the recipient of Japan Society for the Promotion of Science Fellowship for visit in the University of Tokyo and other universities of Japan. His research area includes verification, synthesis, design, and testing of digital circuits, predictive data analytics, data security in cloud, web technology, and web technology. Dr. Singh has visited several countries, including Australia, United Kingdom, South Korea, China, Thailand, Indonesia, Japan, and USA for collaborative research work. Invited talks and to present his research work. He had been entitled for 16 awards in several prestigious international journals, conference, Merit Awards, 2003, Institute of Engineers, been to Development Authority, Best Graduate Research Paper Award for 2010, 11, and 12. He will join shortly. Sir has, Dr. Singh has joined. So, sir, you can start now. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Hope
Good
you are
morning,
doing
sir.
good. Today is a lazy Sunday, and all the cricket lovers are waiting
Yes.
that Afghanistan should beat New Zealand so India can reach in final, semi-final. I'm very happy to see you guys,
Thank you.
and some kind of tips you can say that I'm going to give you for initial students how to start the research, then how to have a good publication. So I'm going to share my screen. Hope it works. So just can you see my slides?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
It's evidently clear.
Slides are visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Today we are going to talk about how to have a good publication. And I'm going to talk about the journal papers, but this one you can extend anywhere, either for project or for conference paper or for technical reports. So there is a kind of clue we can get from here, which is extended for any kind of publication. There was some kind of confusion for the title, and I'm not sure what title was given later, but I think you can apply this anywhere. This is about me, which you have already, the host, he has already introduced about me. So last 20 years I'm doing research. That's sufficient for you guys. And a lot of journey I have gone through in different universities and different countries, different race students, and but of course I love research, and I want to publish more and more. Still, I'm trying hard. So I'm also like you guys that as a student, I'm trying to learn more and more things. And sometimes whatever we started when we started and we followed some concept which later we felt that no, this is not correct, we have to modify. So overall what I say is there is no thumb rule for having good publication, or there is no thumb rule that which we have to follow. Some kind of basics are there, and that basics I'm going to tell you. After that, you can have your own question. So, our outline of our talk is first motivation. That is very, very important. Why you want to publish a paper, or why you want to publish a technical report, or why you need good publication. That should be very clear in your mind. Then planning your article, where you are planning to submit your paper, right place. Structuring your article, sometimes we get very good result, but because of structure, we can't get a place. Something like you cook very nice food, but if you don't serve properly, then people they don't like. So structuring your article is just like a kind of presentation which attract reviewers and editors. Then a process how submit paper. Then after that you are going to get the reviewer comment. And finally, there are some kind of ethical issues which we should follow for publication. So if you see motivation as the author's perspective, quite interesting data. Maybe this percentage change time to time, but still it is useful. There was a report in 1993 by Coles, and motivation to publish was dissemination was 54%. First choice was 54%, maximum motivation. Dissemination means you have done something and you want to tell the people that yes, I have done this. And if you have this kind of motivation, then 54% publications are based on this. Career prospects is 20%. Improved funding, because universities and research centers they want to attract more and more funding, that is 13%. Ego issues are also sometimes crash. Yeah, why I can't publish, that is 9%. Patent protection is 4% and others are 5%. This is the motivation percentage form. Sometimes if you are undergraduate student, you may feel, hey, I have to work in industry. Why I should publish paper? Why I should publish technical paper? Because it is not going to help me in my career. That's okay. That's okay. Even if you want to join industry, publishing a paper may not play a big role in your career. But that is only 20%. You see, dissemination. You have done something and you are going to tell to whole world that okay, I have done this. That is 54%. And I remember when I was doing PhD, that time in electronics engineering, IIT BHU, I remember two students were there in BTech second year. At that time, they published two IEEE paper in 2 years in the area of microwave. And after that, they didn't do master. They are in industry, and now they are in very high position. Even sometimes we were PhD students and we surprised that why these two fellows are trying to publish paper. Why not they do some kind of programming and get good marks in the lab and get good placement instead of doing this? They have grace and they got very big success. So saying that publication is going to help only for career, it's only 20%. Rest, the 54% is a big market. And if you have this enthusiasm that yes, I have to do it, whatever work I have done, I want to tell whole world, that motivation is the best motivation which you have. Sometimes my colleagues, they ask, hey, why you are publishing so many papers? What is the need? Already professor. But I have this kind of motivation. I want to do some work and I want to tell whole world that yes, I have done this work. That is my motivation. So I don't know what motivation you have in your mind. After this, planning your article, how you feel that, yeah, now I can publish. So there is a measurement. You can see this diagram. Are you ready to publish? So left hand side, you can see if it is outdated work, means someone has already done, or no use, or you have incorrect conclusions, or duplication of published work. It means you are not ready. So the major question is how to know that my work is outdated, or how to know that my work is not duplication of published work. And for that, you need to have proper literature survey. That is the first point. First point. Otherwise, you are going to reinvent the wheel. It's new for you because first time you heard about a theory, a particular example or theory or result, but you are the person who heard first time. Maybe it is already there, and for that you need review. Therefore, sometimes student comes and they give so many ideas to me, and sir, this is the things, and then my first question is always, have you done literature survey properly or not? That's the first thing you should say. Otherwise, you are out. When you are ready, the first, the bigger box you can see up to date review of a subject or field, and that is a very challenging job. Up to date review, because daily thousands of the papers are publishing in the market in different journals, conferences, books, and how to have the update review, that is a big challenge. So of course you can read the paper and find it, but the best way, what I suggest you, join any research group, established research group, go to any guy who is doing research, maybe he's an industry fellow or he's a professor or whoever, and then you try to find it, sir, what is happening exactly. Get some kind of recent papers, then you can get the idea. The second box is significant enhancement of published work. Whatever the work is reported, your work is having some kind of enhancement, and that enhancement should be significant, not like n+1 only. And your method and your results must be original. If you are having this, these 3 points, means you are ready for publication. After this, what makes a strong manuscript? After that, you are going to write the paper. The first is a clear, useful, and exciting messages presented and constructed in a logical manner, allowing readers to easily grasp the significance. And once you have this, once you are able to give clear message to the reviewer, editor, of course, your chances are more. Your paper have good chance to get accepted. So, how to choose which journal we have to go. So there are many categories, but we can just major cluster is 3 type of clusters are there. The first cluster is full articles. Full articles means it has substantial, complete, and comprehensive pieces of research. Or you have short or later communication, which are basically quickly you want to publish a paper. And generally letters are very short, like 2 pages to 5 to 6 pages. That's all. And the last one is review papers. Review papers are basically summary of recent development on a specific topic and often submitted by invitation. And sometimes students start writing a paper in category of review, which I don't suggest to do it, because for writing a review paper you need to read lot, because you are going to give a kind of comprehensive summary of reported work in particular area, which is very difficult because you may not know that how many work has been done. Therefore, review papers are often submitted by invitation. So what happened? Generally, when editor feel that some person is a very reputed personalities and they invite, please submit a review paper. But of course, once you have review paper, your citation will go like rocket, because it is a comprehensive study, so everyone has to read this. This is the way we choose our title. Then the point comes that how do I choose the right journal? Sometimes we send in different journal and we get comment it is out of scope and paper is rejected from editor. Then again you change the template, then you submit. So for this, whenever you are going to see the journal, first of all, you click aims and scope of the journal. Aims and scope means your area is going to fit in this particular journal or not. After this, you have many criterias like types of articles. For example, you have a review paper and that particular journal is not submitting, not accepting any review paper. Or you are having letters and that journal is not considering any letters. So first of all, you have to check aims and scope. Second, types of article considered. The third category is okay, readership, example like academic versus practice. That is, it's okay. You can, like I ignore this because I don't care that who is going to read my paper, either industry people or academia. Subscription over versus open access. Nowadays, a lot of journals are published open access. Open access means you have to pay publication charges, because once you pay publication charges, then your journal will be open to all. Means it is not like someone has to be member, then he can get the paper. In that case, what happened, if you are having open access, then your citation and all its visibility of your work is more, but you have to pay huge amount, and sometimes good journals they charge in $1,000, more than $1,000. If your university is not supporting, then you can't pay from your own pocket. So it's up to you, like subscription or open access. It depends on your financial, your research financial credential. If your lab has a lot of money for publication, of course you can go for open access. Otherwise, you can go for subscription. Sometimes open access in some Indian context and some Asian country, open access journals they call like a paid journal, and therefore they may not consider this for your application or whatever, the if you want to take any benefit because of this publication, so they may not consider. So that point also you have to think. The next stage is speed of publication. Sometimes like number of issues, some journals has 24 issues per year. In that case, monthly they are publishing twice. In that case, the speed of publication is fast. So you want faster publication or slower publication. Maybe some journals are having 4 issues, but they are very quality journals, so of course their speed is slow. Then peer review process. Peer review process means like single blind, double blind, means you don't want to disclose your name, that who is sending the paper. You can hide author details, so reviewer doesn't know that who has written this paper. And generally for new authors, I always advise that better go double blind. So I have one example, because these some slides I have taken from Elsevier, so I have given the database of Algeria here. In this, we have a journal finder, and you can put some kind of your keywords and all. And based on that keywords, this system gives the list of journals where you can submit your paper. So this tricks also you can use, or you can put a abstract or title or some keyword, and from there you can get it. After
Sir,
that,
can you please repeat once about the Elsevier site?
Elsevier is a kind, this place you can go, journal finder, journal finder, and from here you can just find journals. So
Okay, sir. Thank you.
just type Elsevier journal finder, and from there you can open this link, and after that you can put abstract, cut and paste. You can put paste abstract, and you can get journal names according or title. It's very easy, just searching. After that, you have to structure your article. That is very important. So for structure, many possibilities are there. Like you don't know that how many lines you need for introduction. But I can tell you one example. My first IEEE paper, when I published in 2007, you can just Google and see that, 2007 Google Scholar. In that journal, I had only one line introduction, only one line introduction. So that is also possible. Therefore, I said, these are some kind of bottom line I'm telling. So first you have title, abstract, and keywords. Title, which is going to cover your all the things. Abstract, you are going to write keywords, then search and find. Every points I'm going to give you example. Then search and find, where you are going to give introduction, methods, and results, and conclusion, discussion. Finally, you are going to tell your story, means what is the conclusion, to whom you want to acknowledge, what are the references. And if you want to submit some kind of supporting materials, that can be your appendix or like mathematical equation, or you want to submit source code or some kind of system you have developed, you want to show that one also, you can submit as a supporting materials. So first of all, effective manuscript title. The title should identify the main issue of the paper. Means your, in short form, your title should cover all the work what you have done in your paper. Should be concise, but also accurate, unambiguous, specific, and complete. We should use professional language and avoid rarely used abbreviation, which attract readers. Short, catchy titles are often better. But this is not always true. Sometimes you have longer title also you can attract. I have seen some IEEE papers, more than 3 lines title. So, but it should not be ambiguous. The first thing, it should be accurate. The third point is more important for me. When I say it should be accurate, it should be unambiguous, specific, and complete. Of course, you should not use some kind of abbreviation which you are using first time. So, see the original title, how it is attracting. It's basically medical science example. Original title is Action of Antibiotics on Bacteria. You can see action of antibiotics on bacteria. It's a very common word. You don't know which type of antibiotic, which type of bacteria and all. But once you go more specific and you see the right hand side, inhibition of growth of Mycobacterium tuberculosis by streptomycin. So it's more clear. Therefore, you see the third line. It should be complete also. It should be specific. The first left-hand side is action of antibiotics on bacteria is not complete. It's not specific. Of course, it is not unambiguous. It is accurate, but third and fourth point is not covering. So what we used to do practice wise, whenever we write a paper, we just see some kind of another people title also, 30-40 titles, we take it and we learn what type of title we should give. After that, keywords, sometimes the keywords, some words you can't use in your title, and these keywords are basically readers are going to use, especially because of internet technology and all, especially after 90s, keywords become very popular. So some kind of like work you are doing, and that work is covered by a title, but sometimes some words are not covered by title, that word also you can use in keywords. So I'm going to give you two situations here. In one case, whatever words are there in title, we copy in keywords also. But some research group, what they said that now internet technology, because of that students are going, or readers are going to search by title, therefore you use particular word which is not available in title. That is also possible. So both kind of cases we have. Sometimes we want to explain more about title. It's not clear. Like you see the first one, blade wake interaction in cross flow turbines. So explaining more. Cross flow turbines is taken here. Vertical axis turbine. So more than this title. So that if someone couldn't understand what does mean of this particular title, then he can search the paper using keywords. So both cases are there. Either you can put same word what you are having in article title, or you can use some kind of different simple words in keyword. I'll show you the example. Then abstract. Abstracts are always you have to keep very brief as possible and summarize the problem, methods, results, and conclusion. Make sure it is clearly written and easy to understand. And there are rules for this. Rule of 10 means if you are going to get 10 lines, then 1 to 2 sentence you write for aim, 2 to 3 sentence you write for materials and methods, 2 to 3 sentence you write for results, and 2 sentence for discussion and conclusion. This is a kind of rule of 10, but if you don't want to follow, it's okay. You start directly from materials and method. That is also possible. You don't need 1 to 2 sentence, just take out fully out. So, but for a beginner or new researcher, I always suggest that you follow the rule of 10, where first 1 and 2 sentence you are going to talk about aim, then 2 to 3 sentence you are going to talk about materials and method, the results and discussion and conclusion. So straightforward, it is easier for you to learn. After that, once you become established in research, you can play whatever you like. Then introduction. First, explain the problem, describe your approach, mention the existing solution with limitation. So I'm giving one example of my paper, which is going to publish in December 2021. It's IEEE transaction on parallel and distributed system. A quantum approach towards the adaptive prediction of cloud workloads. This is a title. And explain the problem. See this red color. The slides I'm going to give you guys. See this pink, this yellow color. We are going to talk about the problem. And then after that, we are going to talk about our approach and then existing solution and limitation. So you can see the first line is the problem we are going to tell. Explain the problem. The problem says that the workload demands so high variation over the time causing this kind of problem. Then our approach, we are saying that a novel method is proposed, and then mention existing solution and limitation. We are saying unlike existing work which have utilized traditional machine learning models and optimization algorithm. So these 3 components are essential for introduction. If you are not having this, you are out from good journal. After that, methods. In methods, describe how the problem was studied, include detailed information to allow repetition. whatever method you have used, like, plus you have to use proper notation and material. So sometimes we can put, see this, the proper, like, experiments you are doing, everything is experimental setup and values is also given for this. Finally, the result, how you are going to show the result. Sometimes we get very good result, but we don't structure the result properly. So the first point is include only data of primary importance, the main and unexpected finding. And in result, use some headings. Of course, figures and table you can put, provide statistical analysis. So you can see one graph, one result is showing in graph, another result is showing in table form. So the point is what is necessary. So the first, your caption. The caption should be self-explanatory. Means if I covered your table and all paper and I read your caption only caption, then it should be very clear that, hey, what he's saying. So for example, you see table 5. If someone doesn't see the table and only caption read, RMSE and execution time elapsed for different combination of input nodes and hidden nodes. It's crystal clear that what this table tells. That kind of captioning. Plus, whenever you use color, when it is necessary, in graph you can see we are showing different colors. The reason is these are different methods. EQNN is different method, SAD is different method, BPNN is different, all are different method. So if you show by black color, then you may not represent properly. Therefore, we are showing the color here. So whenever you see the figures have different kind of color, you always keep in mind that the color is not for fashion. The color is showing some kind of differences. Therefore, whenever necessary, use color. Results table form. Some places you need table. Some places you don't need table. For example, you can see this value. It's a lot of mathematical values are there. In this case, we can show the table is necessary. But if you are taking a normalized form, graph is okay. Graph is okay. So you identify that when you have to give table, when you have to give graph. For example, if I have a lot of clumsy values, so many, like 100 values you have to enter. In that case, and all the values are individual values are important. In that case, you show table. But if you want to show a pattern going up and down, that places you show graph. After that, you discuss your research, like what are the results you are getting. That is interpretation. Most important sections are there, and you have to avoid the statement that go beyond what the result can support, non-specific expressions. So I am giving two examples for you for discussion. For one case, if my paper is rejected from any IEEE paper, IEEE journals, good journal, I am giving a statement. My paper is rejected from this journal. Another statement is I am giving. My paper got very critical comment from this particular journal. Unfortunately, my work was not fully accepted by reviewer, therefore it rejected. Of course, you like second one. So in discussion also, whenever you are not going to, if you are not getting very good result, but to discuss like this, which should be attractive, you are giving a kind of concept that even your paper is rejected is okay, but you couldn't satisfy. And always you remember, you try to compare your published result with either your own results or some kind of recent works. So if you are publishing in 2021 any paper, especially in computer science students, so don't compare your work with very old paper. I think last 5 years is sufficient. Last 5 years is sufficient. And after that, you have to write conclusion where explain how your work advanced the present state of knowledge. Don't repeat, but don't repeat whatever results and abstract you have written. So always keep clear in your mind. Abstract is different, introduction is different, conclusion is different, result is different. Sometimes same kind of things we have to write all four places. Maybe you have to write in abstract also that I got better result. Then introduction also I got a better result. Conclusion also I got a better result. So if you are having this kind of situation, in that case, you try to get a place. Which place I should say? It's something like you are demanding something from your parents. You are asking that you want to buy something. How you say? Not always. You check the mood of your parent. When they are happy, then you demand. So 4 or 5 places you can write, but you pick the particular place, which place you should write particular things. After that, acknowledgement very easy, like advisor who has helped and all, proofreader and all, you can just put it. After that, you can submit the paper. But before submission, you revise. And I'm telling you, revision is very tough process, very tough process. See that? This cartoon shows very nicely. First draft, very happy, sent to revise, then second draft, third draft, and after that, she become upset. I'm sick of reading this, just turn it. But if you revise more and more time, even you are feeling not very happy, but you are improving your manuscript. And I'll tell you, more than 20% papers are rejected because they are not proofread properly. And in your research group or with your friend, just request that please proofread my paper. Even one mistake someone find is sufficient. So you should have ample time to have this proofread and revise before submission. After that, you can write covering letter and all. It's very common covering letters are available. Conflict of interest, that there is no financial conflicts are there. After that, your paper comes for peer review. Means you submitted, after that you got comment, and that comment you have to answer. So always keep in your mind. Its reviewer comments are not like this figure that you are traveling with your paper and someone is attacking on you. It's not like this. It's not like this. They are supporting you. They are going to give a right comment to improve your paper, and you think like this. So generally, this diagram is, this is a process. It happens. You start from here, you submit a paper, then it goes to editor. If you feel that, okay, you are meeting with basic requirement, then you proceed for review or otherwise reject. If you feel is basic requirement, then assign reviewer. This assigned reviewer give the comment to the editor. Editor collect the comment from here and then make a decision. If it is accepted, then you move here. Otherwise, if it is revision, then revision required. So again, you revise the paper. So after revision, what reviewer is looking for? They are just looking for novelty. So y-axis you can see, they are looking for novelty, but x-axis is technical quality. Means you have presented nicely, therefore your work is giving a clear picture of novelty. Sometimes your work is novel, no doubt, but you didn't present properly. There is no technical quality. And especially for computer science student, I always suggest you that you try to put more and more mathematics there. You try to write more equation form, because once you are giving mathematics and equation, then people feel that yes, this fellow has technical quality of the paper. So how to address the comment? Some kind of some example I'm going to give you. This is a very, very tough place. Like if a reviewer comment, the first comment you read saying that the method, the device, paradigm the authors propose is clearly wrong, then the answer should not be like this. Yes, we know. We thought we could still get a paper out of it. Sorry, don't write this. What to write? The reviewer raises an interesting concern. However, as the focus of this work is exploratory and not perform based, validation was not found to be critical importance to contribution of the paper. This kind of things we should write. Another comment you see, the author failed to reference the work of Smith et al., who solved the same problem 20 years ago. Don't write who. We didn't think anybody had read that. Actually, their solution is better than ours. What to write? The reviewer raised an interesting concern. However, our work is based on completely different first principle and has a much more attractive graphical user interface. This kind of things you should write. So, whatever the comment you are getting, that comment you have to take it positively. After that, the ethical issues are there. Plagiarize. My humble request, suggestion, feedback, instruction, whatever you like, the word. Don't plagiarize. Don't plagiarize. Because plagiarism is an academic crime. Academic crime. And don't think that no one is identifying you. If you have taken a single line also, you are caught somewhere. So the plagiarize, the difference is, what are the things you can plagiarize? You can see words, ideas, diagrams, figure, table, computer programs, finding, writing info. So many things are, anything you are using, that is plagiarized. I'm giving an example. Sometimes you get information, particular information you got from any paper, and that information is widely available. You use, that is also plagiarism. The method to use that information in your paper is either you go to real source from where you got the information and quote that and change the word, change the sentence. You can't copy. You can't copy. So that plagiarize things you should always try to avoid. Don't do this. Don't do this, because it is a kind of giving poison to a baby. Your paper, your career is going to die before you grow. And in some countries, even assignments are also checked by plagiarized tools. So even one question is given for assignment, that one also you can't copy. Forget about research papers. So that's all from my side, guys. If you have any query, please ask. My time is over. I promised that I'll take 30 minutes, but it took me around 44 minutes. So if you have any question, please ask.
Sir, about may I ask?
Yeah.
Okay, sir, about plagiarism that you said that if we like any idea or information from any other research paper, we can put that into our paper, but we have to, put it in a quotation.
No, quotation is different thing. Quotation is a kind of statement given by this, and especially for computer science people, there is no quotation kind of things.
Okay.
Quotation is a statement which social science people put the quotation. For us, we get the idea, and that idea we should rewrite the line and then give
different words.
Different words, and then give the reference.
All right, sir. And sir, I have one more question to you, and that is, what can be an optimal approach to find the research gap?
Yeah, that's a very good point. It's like it's a very big question basically. finding the research gap is like a foundation of your research. And for that, I will always suggest try to work in a bigger research group and get the gap from there. Or if you are interested, you can read more papers and you find it. That is the knowledge, that is the, it's like foundation of the work. So I'll tell you, young man, that there is no kind of, not a, such kind of rule that we can find the research gap. Sometimes it takes more than 1 year to find the research gap. Sometimes, if you are working in a big group, they got the paper, and if the paper is rejected with the comment, immediately they give you, okay, this is the comments, you can start working. So I can give my example. When I did my postdoc in University of Bristol, and I went there, then first day my supervisor just have around 10 papers in a table, 10 papers and research comment, this reviewer comments. The comments was kind of a gap. And he said, Ashutosh, whatever you like, you pick it. That's also possible. So in that case, the gaps are clearly identified by the researchers, by reviewers, and that one you can get it. Otherwise, you read the paper, and after that, reading the paper, you can just see that which parameter you can increase, which parameter is not good, or which complexity and all you can remove. So there is no, I will say that there is no magic stick for this. Okay,
All
guys.
right, sir. Thanks a lot. Thanks.
How to know whether one question, one guy is giving the comment, just
Yes.
how to know whether the research topic that I am interested in has already done and published by someone. Yeah, that's Kunal, what to do. This is the very big question. Very big question. For that, you have to do the searching, you have to find the research paper and make sure that no one has done. And for that, you have to read the paper. There is no shortcut. And especially nowadays is easier because internet, you can just find it. All the journals are subscriber. But generally, if the open journals, they are not good. Closed journals like IEEE transactions and IET letters and Natures and LJBF, they are having, so you read that papers. Shadia, in what ways can we ensure to do a proper literature survey? Of course, I will tell you that last 10 years you have to see at least. Last 10 years paper. And good journal paper, then only you can say that you have the good literature survey. If any student is interested to work with me on cloud computing, machine learning, IoT, you can drop email to me. I can give you ready-made problem. You start writing the program. Nowadays online is also possible, so you can stay at your home and you can publish paper with me. That I can support. Okay, Shadia?
I have shared Dr. Singh's email in the chat box. And sir, I had a question. Actually, for my final year project, we are working on a jammer, 4G jammer, that is based on a research paper of IEEE. But we are not like want to just like for project, just like same to same copy the circuit and all the method. We are trying to, based on that circuit, we are trying to make it 5G, increase its range and more efficient and more powerful than the based on than the original circuit, the paper we study. But after the all the upgradation, increasing the range, its capabilities and all, can we consider it consider the work to for publishing as a research paper?
You can send me the work. I can just see the quality of your work, and then I can suggest you. You can go in journal or conference. That one I can do for you.
Yes, sir, yes, that would be great. We are currently working. As soon as we complete it, we will send
Yeah, sure. Sure. You can
yes,
pass mail my mail ID because only I
yes,
think
sir.
26 students are there. And if you have
Yes,
any kind of question and all, you can ask to me or you can ask by mail and all, and I will always happy to help. In fact,
thank
I am really looking for good student जिनके सपने होते हैं बड़े बड़े, उनको मैं चाहता हूँ कि वो मेरे साथ आए काम करने. जिसको लाइफ में कुछ करना है, I invite you to come and join my group.
Thank you, sir. And
Okay,
Sir, I
student,
guys.
have a
all
question.
students, yeah, Joydeep, please.
Sir, I am a student from electronics and currently I am in third year and I am performing a project and doing the research work on the same. Now, while doing the literature survey, I found some interesting ideas about that project and tried to implement it on my own way. And as it is on automation, and I applied some more securities to that same project. Will that be subjected to plagiarism?
No, it's not plagiarized. Don't worry. So, guys, I have to go for
Yes,
another
yes,
presentation. I gave them time 11:45, so I'm leaving this meeting, and I'm
yes,
very happy to help you guys. And you drop email to me. You can
yes,
just Samanwa, you can share my email
yes,
ID.
sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. I
Okay,
will
guys. So
share.
all the
Thank you,
best
sir.
for your career. See you then.
Before you leave, we just want to present a token of appreciation from us. Just a
Okay, yeah,
second.
please just
Yes,
do it.
yes. Um, just a second. Uh, Sir, we just want to present this token of appreciation from us. Thank you, sir, for sparing your valuable time. We are honored to have you as our distinguished speaker. And thank you, sir, for this
Thanks, Samanwa.
wonderful session.
Thanks for the invitation. You are doing very good. Keep it
Yes,
up. Keep it up.
thank you, sir. I will
Okay.
email it to you
Yeah, yeah,
today.
sure, sure. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot,
Thank you.
guys. Enjoy your Sunday today. Bye.
Bye. Uh, I have shared in Dr. Singh's email in the chat box, and you will find it there. I am sharing it again. Okay.